Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I get to do something that really my entire channel is focused around, and that is these champion training tournaments. So all those solo and duo videos that I do, it's ultimately to prepare myself for the champion training tournaments. A long time ago, back in the early days of my raid career, I did a event for Sir Nick. So maybe we can see Tyraku, Sir Nick, all right? Basically what happened is I pushed really hard, the most expensive Jingle Hunter ever. So I pushed really hard in the event and that ended up failing. So it was an interesting experience, but basically I spent like 90,000 points, somewhere around there, for a Sir Nick. So ever since that, which was literally 2 years ago, almost probably 3 years ago at this point. I can't even see the years, but I basically set it as a goal to not fail those events. Once these ads finally get done, obviously I gotta watch them because it's my channel. Actually, I would skip it anyways, but let's see. Got hair back there. Let's see, boom. I spent, let's see, 93,000 points. In first place, got 109,000. So since then, I've set it as a mission to make sure that any of these champion training tournaments that I win if I want to win. So this champion right here may not be the best champion, but I've literally been preparing for this for a very long time, so I'm gonna have to do it. So what I wanna do is show you guys how much I've prepared. I have not logged into the game yet. There's a big reason for that. I was wanting to wait because sometimes these champion training brackets will actually match you based on the time you log into the game. So if you log in initially, the very first thing, you're probably gonna be matched with players who also are logging in very first thing. They're probably going to be more active players. So if you just wait a little while, instead of logging in immediately and wait maybe an hour or so, which I have, I was actually at the gym when this tournament launched. So it was about an hour or so, and now I'm joining, which I'm 107. So I'm probably joining into a bracket that is already going on. I do want to say that I plan to start streaming in about an hour or so, about 12 p.m. EST time. So about an hour, probably like 30 minutes or so after this video goes live. If you guys want to swing by, but I'm not going to be doing really anything as far as points go until then. Now, as far as the points in this bracket, okay, so we already have somebody kind of pushing. Last time this kind of worked, all right? So obviously got put into a bracket that was kind of going on. I guess it kind of depends on when you log in. I guess the bracket didn't fill up. It's going to be 200 players. So I guess all these people down here are just not getting filled in. That person probably logged in just fairly recently. So I'm going to scroll through here. I see some names that I kind of recognize as far as clan tags, a Sin tag. There's a 314 tag. Another 314. So some of these players I kind of know they're probably going to be, a little bit on the higher end of spending. But either way, I'm going to be doing this live on stream. I'm going to try to get as many points as I can, as quickly as I can. The previous event for Krisk, I think it was, I was actually in the global leaderboard for a little while, which unfortunately, they didn't give us a heads up on this. It was literally like, hey, we're launching a champion training tournament. Be ready. So how ready am I? Let me go ahead and open up RSL Helper. The reason why is because it's going to make it a lot easier to actually show you guys what I've prepared. But while I'm opening up RSL Helper, I want to give you guys a few tips, okay? The very first thing, save brews. Obviously, you can't do that right now. It's a little too late to be saving your brews, but that is the single most impactful source of points, okay? Saving your brews. Obviously, if you can save energy in your inbox, save energy from shop purchases, that's going to be super helpful as well. But these brews will literally be what allows you to win or lose. Now, maybe this champion you're not very interested in. Honestly, Tatsu doesn't seem like an amazing champion. They definitely done much better ones. UDK was even better, but this one, I don't know. I'm going to go for it either way though. So I'm not going to tell you guys whether you should or should not, but I do want to set you up for success if you decide to try for ones in the future. Very first thing, save your brews. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip to number 4 because this kind of correlates with number 1. Spread affinities of the champions that you level, okay? So you're doing 12-3. You're doing chapter 12, stage 3. You're getting tons of Diabolist as well as Incubus. Well, Diabolist and Incubus are force and magic. So if you're only taking those 2 champions to 5-star, you're only taking them to 4-star, whatever it may be, and you're going to drop your brews into them, you're going to be very, very depleted on specifically magic and force affinity brews. So you got to make sure whenever you're opening ancient shards, whenever you're opening void shards, make sure you're saving plenty of champions from these different affinities so that you don't have, 1 or 500 blue brews and now you have 5,000 spirit affinity because you spread yourself in a very, very weird way. You want to make sure these all stay at a pretty even rate because obviously if you're using the magic affinity brews on a magic affinity champion, you're going to get 18,000 points. If you're using a spirit brew, you're going to get 12,000. That's a pretty big difference, especially when you're using hundreds and hundreds, potentially thousands of brews going for these events. So another tip, duo and solo to always be leveling champions. Guys, like I'm saying, this is what my entire channel is about, duoing, soloing content. So right now I have Artak plus Mithrala doing Spider as well as Dragon. I have Artak plus Elva doing Ice Golem. I have Ninja plus Godseeker doing Sand Devil. I have technically a duo for Fire Knight, though Fire Knight, hard, I can't duo that, so I'm not actually duoing it. Normal, I do have a team for I think 25. I don't use it anymore because I'm doing hard mode, but I did have a team for stage 25. Potion Keeps, once again, duo. Minotaur, a little bit different. You don't just level champions there. You don't level champions for food. You actually level champions, so no reason to make a duo team there, except for the fact that it's more efficient, but that's a completely different video for another time. But as far as these main areas, Ice Golem, Spider, Dragon, specifically Spider, because you're going to be farming a ton of that, and Sand Devils, make sure you have duo or solo teams so that anytime you're working on gear, you're also getting your champion, your food champion specifically leveled so that you can be in a position when these tournaments come around to actually win. And then this one, the final tip that I want to provide you guys today is must level before feeding. All right. This alone will make you go from struggling, having a very hard time. This is probably common sense at this point, but whenever you feed food champions, okay, especially in these champion train tournaments, make sure you're leveling, okay? Never, especially in 3-star up, never go, hey, I can go ahead and rank up my champion. Let's go ahead and take this 3-star champion, only show upgradable. Let's take this 4-star champion and boom, let's go ahead and throw in some 4-star food. Okay, these are already leveled, all right? So 3-star would be a better idea. 3-star, oh, let's go ahead and feed these champions. Boom, boom, boom. This right here is so many wasted points. I'll give you guys an example, okay? So this 3-star Paragon right there. Let's go ahead and upgrade his level. 3-star Paragon, which I'm going to be doing most of this leveling on stream. But let's go over here to this little champion training guide that I have. This is just a calculator. It may not be useful for you, but if you want to check it out, it will be in my Discord server. So let's come over to my Discord. I'll leave a link to it down below. Scroll down to the raid resources and info. Scroll up to champion training calculator. I made it a while back. If you guys want to check it out, feel free. But as far as this goes, it says for level 3s, to get them to level 12, sorry, for rank 3s, get them to level 12, 3 runs or use 1 brew to level 10. So we're going to use 1 brew and get him to level 10. Void Affinity, 18,000, get him to level 10. Boom. That's 18 tournament points. That may not seem like a lot, okay? That may seem very minuscule, but that's going to be 18 times 3, and then times like 50 because you're going to be doing this a ton. And then if you have 4-star champions, let's see what that is going to be. That's going to be, once again, very big. So as far as 4-star champions go, how many brews do we give them? 4 stars. We give them 3 brews to get them to level 18. So 3 brews, boom, level 18, and we feed them. That's 51 points. That makes a pretty significant impact when you're feeding and leveling tons of champions. And the biggest impact is going to come when you start doing 5-star champions. And that is what I prepared for so long. So I have about 200 5-star level 1 champions. If we come over to this little sheet right here, you can see that a level 5-star is going to be, I want to give them 6 brews, give them to level 25. I'm going to go ahead and find a 5-star champion who I don't have taken all the way up yet. So right here, Brood Lord, we're going to take him to level 25. It's going to be what I say, taking 6 brews plus a 1-star champion. So 6 brews plus a 1-star champion, take him to level 25. That is going to give us 144 points. So 144 points times that by 200 is going to give me 28,000 points just from taking my 5-star champions to level 25. That is only going to be using brews, okay? So I'm going to be using 200 champions. Each one's going to get 6 brews. So 200 champions times 6, that's going to be 1,200 brews. That's nothing in comparison to what I actually have. So that's going to be my initial little boost. So I can literally get 30,000 points in the course of, say, 10 minutes. So that's probably going to be the title, 30,000 points in 10 minutes. That is going to be what I'm able to do, and that's not even including my 6-star champions. If you guys want to check out my vault, this is what I have. I have some 5s or some little 50s up here, but I have a lot of 6-stars. I have a few rows of 6-stars, which honestly, I probably won't invest in any of those unless you guys want to see some specifically, because 6-stars give a ton of points when leveling. So if we come over here, 6-star champions give, for each level that you give them, they're going to give you 8 points. That's quite a bit. But all these champions are going to be used for future champion training tournaments. So even while I'm doing this, I'm still keeping in mind, hey, I'm going to prepare for future champion training tournaments. But if you guys see any champion in this list that you want to see me build, test out, I got a few legendaries that I do want to take up to 60 at this point. So Jetney is going to be one. Sato's probably going to be one. Korgar is going to be one. Danag maybe. I got a lot of them that I want to invest in that I just haven't until this point. maybe this guy right here as well. But if you guys see anything that you want me to test out, definitely let me know down below. I'm going to try to get a lot of champions taken up to 6-star now. This is going to be a great time to go ahead and max out some champions, test out some new things. But you can see, I've got a lot of stuff saved up. And this is literally from constantly doing solo duo champion runs, taking those champions to 5-star, throwing them on reserve vault. Obviously, if you're a newer player, you're not going to be able to do that because you're not going to have the luxury of not having to rush your champions to 6-star. I have plenty of 6-stars. I have plenty of 6-stars for all areas of the game. And at this point, it's just, hey, saving my resources. I have plenty more, honestly, vault space. I could have done even more, but I just hadn't. So hopefully we can keep it under 100,000 for this tournament. But if not, hey, I can definitely get very, very high in this tournament as well. So I'm going to go ahead on stream. We're going to burst out a ton of points, guys. Hopefully, possibly, maybe get on the global leaderboard, 31,000. We can definitely do it. So we'll see, guys, if I can get onto the global leaderboard for the second champion training tournament. Last time was for Krisk, and that was pretty fun. It was a very fun time. We had 3 people in there. Honestly, I would rather have that void shard than these epic tomes. But either way, guys, getting off topic there. So thank you all very much for watching. Best of luck if you go for this. I'm not going to wail for this. I'm not going to go super hard because honestly, this champion's not worth it. But for my pride and my ego, it is worth it. So maybe I do. And that is only because Mr. Elgin, who beat me 2 years ago in the Sir Nick event, he basically set a fire in me. And now I have to go for all these champion training events. So guys, shout out to Elgin. I think it's his name, Elvin. I forget his name. It's irrelevant at this point. But forever since then, I got to be motivated to do these. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Best of luck if you go for this champion in the champion training tournament. And I'll catch you all in the next one.